Alright. This is Arabian Nights. With me is Scotty. He's gonna be doing the introduction. So yeah, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. So, Arabian Nights, this came out less than a year after Prince of Persia 3D, and I believe around the same time as Prince of Persia 3D's Dreamcast port called Prince of Persia Arabian Nights. Complete coincidence, don't worry about it.
Don't be afraid. My heart trembles for your beautiful eyes, Allie. Come closer, darling. It is I, Medusa, your sweet princess. How happy I am to see you again.
Say your prayers, you scum of the earth.
Yeah, the category Goost is doing right now is any person with dialogue, because some time ago it was discovered that if you just turn off all the audio from the settings, you can skip like a ton of cutscenes. But we don't want to do that because the voice acting in this game is fantastic, and we probably will try to avoid talking over any cutscenes because you'll want to hear that.
So what I just did there was I stepped through the wall. If you are on a height difference and you rub against the wall and turn the camera in some way, you just go through the wall. And when you're through the wall, you can just turn around and Ali will fall. And when he does so, he will actually land back somewhere else. There's gonna be another cutscene here, so. So this is the first wife. I think we should talk a bit about the story of this game.
That might be difficult.
I mean, we're saving the 5 daughters of the Sultan because they were kidnapped the day before they turned 21. And the day they turn 21, if they are not married, they basically get exiled and the Grand Vizier takes over power in the Sultanate, I guess. So yeah, she's desperately looking for us, but, you know, the Grand Vizier is also looking for her.
Also, there's a subplot about how the gardener is actually the evil guy behind it all, but that's never been a part of the speedrun, and I'm not sure if it's ever been part of anybody's casual run either, because it's so difficult to get to that part.
Yeah, I don't think many people actually finished this game.
Yeah, I tried to play this casually a couple of times, and I just couldn't. It was too difficult.
I mean, you did finish it, but mostly.
I mean, I did end up glitching my way through like half of the ending.
Managed to escape. Be very vigilant. He is very fast and clever.
That's me.
The master will not be pleased if we fail. No.
Now, this game was run at ATDQ, but since then, this run has changed quite a bit. One of the things we found out is that this game has a stealth mode. Do not ask me why, it just does. The way you activate it is by double tap. Oh, what? No, that's not supposed to happen. Anyway, we're gonna try sneaking behind him and activate stealth mode by where? How? Okay, this is not going the way it's supposed to. So I'm gonna double tap. What the heck? Alright, jump left. This guy is giving me a lot more trouble than he's usually doing.
Yeah, what's going on right here is Goost is moving during that cutscene and trying to get behind the first boss of the game. And if he gets behind him, he can backstab him and completely skip the fight.
Oh, I know what's happening. The archers are trying to kill me.
Right.
Yeah. There's a bit of a problem with this game in terms of why is he aggro? He needs to not be aggressive.
Yeah, the cutscenes in this game sometimes just they don't take away control, they don't stop anything, they just move the camera around, so it's difficult to do anything.
We're gonna go with the backup strat because I saved over. Yeah, so we used to say that the sword was useless, but since we found out that the game has stealth mode and if you pull it off correctly, you can stab any enemy to death as long as they're not aggressive, but if that guy is aggressive, that's not an option.
My savior, here you are at last. Quickly, let's go back and see my father. You know, I'm protected by the good genie who created me, and no one can kiss me before marrying me. Should that happen, the good genie would immediately take me back to my father.
Oh.
Well then, give me a kiss, my pet. Then meet me at the palace.
So yeah, we saved her by, you know, kissing her. Just normal things. I'm gonna be picking up some items in this level. We do actually need a couple of, I guess, sub-weapons, just so we can fight a couple of enemies, or I should say bosses. They're coming up quite a bit later than this though. This level coming up, there's gonna be a bit of out of bounds at the start. This is... Okay, that was a weird jump. I'm supposed to jump from here. The geometry of the game is actually really weird. It allows you to jump out of bounds pretty much in every level, I guess.
And if you can't just jump out of bounds, you can walk through a wall.
Yeah, exactly. In this level we need to collect 5 puzzle pieces. They are hidden in these jars and in some places where I'm not sure how you're supposed to actually get there, because this one right here, you need to do a really tight jump to this awning, and it's really hard to do so, because the way this game controls... Okay, I missed that. The way this game controls is fairly special.
It's flawless.
Sure, flawless.
Working as intended.
So one of the things about this is that when you press W, and I might be able to show that off somewhere in a bit, you go forward for a long time, and it just makes the game really quite a bit harder to actually play. I need to take care of these snakes because they will actually try to chase me, because I need to place some puzzle pieces right here, and if they chase me, if I'm trying to kill these snakes from this place, if they're not dead, the game's auto-aim, it has some sort of weird, janky auto-aim. It tries to aim at the snakes coming in from the top, and you will miss the snakes that are like close to you. And the problem with combat in this game is that enemies can easily stunlock you, but it's quite easy to get out of that. You just backflip and it's fine.
Thank you for freeing me, my good friends. We shall meet again.
So this is the genie that created the Sultan's 5 daughters.
It makes sense in this universe.
Sure. And for some reason he was stuck in a wall. I'm not sure why, because you can get out of walls so easily in this game. He just is stuck. And this is another level where it's really easy to get out of bounds. You just jump on this ledge, and the mouse sensitivity is a bit off from what I'm used to. And then you just jump towards here. If you're not like on the top of the ledge, you basically don't have the reach to actually grab onto the ledge there. Now I'm just gonna scale these walls, and right here... Ooh, ooh. It's so easy to walk off stuff, unintended. Right there I'm gonna be doing a kind of slow walk towards the wall here, and just jump out of bounds, and at some point I'm gonna land. Now while I'm falling out of bounds, every time I hit the bottom of the level, the game teleports me back to the top. When this happens, you pick up an item, or you can actually trigger a cutscene. And there's a fast save system in this game, and it's really broken. There's gonna be a couple of examples of that later, where if you make a fast save and you reload it immediately, the order of things is gonna change. And here I'm just gonna stealth kill him by double tapping shift. He doesn't really see me. Oh, I didn't quick save there. That's... It's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna jump through this wall because it's solid. This game was really well made.
I've not seen this before.
Yeah, it's a bit of a tiny reroute because it's actually really fast to just go there and jump through the wall. We didn't really know about this, but we wanted to reroute this level to pick up a bomb, and you can actually jump from there to somewhere else and pick up a bomb, but that ended up not being necessary anymore. But that setup is actually still nice. And here we're gonna be meeting the second wife. Hopefully I don't die. Nice. If there's any donations to read, this would probably be the best time for it.
Alright, thank you very much. There are indeed a few donations. I have $20 from Herbert Loven and Heidi, saying love from the chaps in the comfy thread. Arabian Nights is a masterpiece. And I have $20 from Death Knight twice, saying, sup Scotty, how was the report? And I'm donating to tell Eva to come down and raise his arms like he's just don't caring. I donate another 20 if it does it. Easy money.
Where am I? Who are you?
I have $10 from Patrick PCM saying, "We are from Germany. Thank you for that awesome event." Thank you, Patrick, for the awesome donation. And $5 anonymous donation saying, "Hey Goost, good luck to your run. Reminder to support your speed friends."
Always.
Being near you. Quick, let us go see my father so that he may unite us.
So that cutscene, we met the second wife, and she's so impressed by our dancing moves that she's like, "I'm gonna marry you like 5 seconds after meeting you." Right here, I'm turning the mouse left, and hopefully I get cutscene control in this, because for some reason if you get... Oh, I didn't, but if you get stuck on the stairs there, you can control yourself in the cutscene.
Oh,
hey,
you actually got it.
hey.
Nice.
So, yeah.
He has numerous qualities. Will give him a great deal of energy.
So yeah, I've beaten the game. No, it's still going on.
That was kind of the final boss. Or at least the final boss that the run usually gets to. There's like 1 or 2 more bosses after him, but they're too difficult, so we skip them.
Where am I?
The sun was going to rise soon, and that valorous seducer had only 1 day left.
There I am. Oh, I got some money.
Yes. And thank you for bringing us back to the harsh reality. Precious business. The daughters are out of the palace.
Can
I feel it. Make haste, my son.
It's so hard to actually kill her. Yeah. So that happens when you get cutscene control. If you kill the Sultan at the exact right time, the cutscene actually ends. But I don't really know when that is. So we picked up the flute in the last level, and I've already used it a bit, but the flute is really broken, because every time I use it, it seems to create like a tiny platform below me, and it allows me to jump in midair. And as long as I have my sword out, I have full control, or as long as I don't have my sword out, I have full control over where I'm going. So I'm just able to, you know, casually jump out of bounds and then go to the ending of the level, which is right here. And this level is a sewer. It's, I think there's a really annoying puzzle in here where you need to collect some statues.
You need to pick up 3 pieces of something and place them on a wall.
But I'm just gonna run to the end here, and the flute also allows me to clip through ceilings, or floors, which I guess are ceilings if you're below them. And then I'm just gonna jump forward and clip through the wall here, and that's gonna be this level. Now in this level we are gonna meet the gardener, who we actually talked about for a second. Right now Ali doesn't really know that he's evil, so we're gonna help him out with some gardening things.
I suppose so. I'm not sure how it's related to gardening or really anything else for that matter.
We also pick up some items because again we're falling out of bounds. And fun thing about falling out of bounds is if you fall long enough, the sound, the time between every is gonna be slow, gonna be shorter. So
Ali keeps accelerating.
Yeah.
Good day, Lord Gardener. I'm the new apprentice.
I do seem awfully young for this profession, lad. It's just not like in the olden days. Well, to start with, go get me some pear pips in the fruit garden. I need them for my experiments. The password is at the Akaba Fleet plant hydrangeas.
Did you get that?
Still got no idea.
The voice acting is not always as good. Oh, I need magic. Uh-oh. What the heck is he doing? Come on, Ali. Fast! Ah, damn it. I'm gonna need to run back here. So we need to get some pear pips from the gardener. Or he sends us on a quest to do so. But we need to pick up this bucket. And for some reason this bucket is like made out of leather or something. And it's like super heavy. So this is the max walking speed right now. There's not much. Oh, what the heck did I do? Yeah, there's not much we can do to speed this up. If we could somehow find like a way to actually trigger the ending of this level, this would actually be a lot shorter because we could just, you know, jump to the end. But now we have to carry this bucket around with us. In the corridor we're going to, there's a guy with the best accent in the game. That's like really, it's like the best like kind of Arabic accent in the game.
Password.
At the Akaba feast, plant hydrangeas.
Yeah, it's good. You can go.
So yeah, that guy totally fits in. This cutscene, if I don't press escape, it doesn't actually end. But I felt like showing that off anyway.
It's one of the few cutscenes in the game that you can skip in the
Yeah.
first place. Most of them are unskippable unless you just turn off the audio.
So I had to kill that guard right there, using stealth mode again, because as soon as I start carrying a bucket of water again through this level, I need to put them in those 4 jugs. And as soon as I fill up the first jug, the guard is gonna be aggressive immediately. And there's actually another guard in this section. He's somewhere over in a watchtower, and he's using a bow, but he's unfortunately not really good at aiming. Like, if you look right in the middle there, you can maybe see where he is. But as long as you keep moving, he is unable to actually hit you. So we're just gonna keep moving and get some buckets of water. And at some point, this level will actually end. I really hope we can actually find something to skip this, potentially in like the regular any percent. Because like, I do feel like this showcases the game at least a little bit. I know you actually did like a casual playthrough on stream, and like
I tried.
well, yeah, you tried, but there's so many things in this game that are just not really greatly designed, I guess.
It's like everything is a puzzle, but there is no proper solution.
Yeah. Watch the gate here, by the way. It's opening our way now, and it's gonna skip over to the next episode soon, and there's like a scary tiger. Ooh.
How this is related to getting the pear pips, I'm not really sure. Because in the next chapter they spawn on the other side of the gate, the side where you are on right now.
I mean, we have to pick up an item here. So the gate opened in the last cutscene, but now they open the other way again. It's so weird. And here I have a tiny bit of cutscene control again. So I can just, you know, move around like this. And the tiger is trying to attack us, but he doesn't really make a chance. And of course, I had my sword out and I had to pull it out again, because, you know, that makes sense. Okay. I was afraid the tiger was gonna stunlock me. So I just picked up the pear there, and it's just lying there in this episode, which is weird because it wasn't there just before we picked up the strange fruit.
Here, Lord Gardener, here are the pips.
Oh, they're not very big. It's just not like in the olden days.
Well, it don't smell too good round here.
That's normal, kid. I'm trying to create the flower of 1,000 scents. It doesn't work every time. Instead of hanging about like an old magpie, go get my hoe. It's in the chest in the copse. Here's the key.
I like the pacing of the voice lines there. He just doesn't stop talking between sentences. But yeah, he sends us to go here. We pick up this chest from the other side of the fence, you know, as you do in real life. And then we go back to where he was, but now he's gone. And we need to make the plant of 1,000 cents, because we're gonna be saving the third wife in this level. And we need to combine these seeds in exactly these numbers. There's some scroll somewhere that tells you how to solve a riddle to figure out how many of each seed you need.
It's an actual puzzle that makes some sort of sense.
Yes.
Don't have to do many of those in this game.
Now I'm gonna be jumping back out of bounds again. We used to have to do a really annoying puzzle in this level that involves the crank. And the problem with that puzzle is there's a bunch of enemies that will actually attack you while you are stun locked in a cutscene. And some of those enemies will actually poison you. And if you don't have an antidote while poisoned, you are basically dead, because the poison effect never goes away. But we can skip it, because I found out at some point, because I was running this game, practicing this game offline, that if you press T, the rainbow flower there appears. And one thing I haven't mentioned about this game, it actually accepts input while it's not in focus. So I was typing out a message to somebody, and I came back to the game, and I went over there, and there were like 3 flowers there, and I was like, what the heck is this? And it turns out it just, you know, spawns those flowers if you press T.
I remember you tweeting at me like, I think I found some skip. Just press every button on the keyboard.
That was pretty much it, yeah. So here we're picking up the last few items. We need a passport and a cactus for the bouquet. Stop playing the flute. You can actually force Ali to stop playing the flute by quick saving. And we need to try to get through the ceiling here, but there we go. It's kind of difficult. Come on, stop playing the flute. Now we're gonna actually reload, because this will actually make this out of bounds fall much shorter than it's usually supposed to be. If you don't do that, you might actually die while falling. So this is wife number 3 who wants a bouquet.
You're wonderful. You are worthy of being my spouse.
So yeah, it turns out it's quite easy to impress the girls in this game.
I have a pass, signed by the Grand Vizier himself.
By the Grand Vizier? In that case, you can go.
You look a bit nervous at the moment.
It's understandable. That lousy Black Moon sect is infiltrating everywhere.
But just what is this sect?
Hey, I'm no informer. You want information, you've only got to go see the town guide. Ahmed, open the door.
So I was talking with you a bit earlier about where did the time save came from, and this level in particular is one that is really short now, and you're gonna see why. I'm just gonna hug this corner, make a fast save just to be safe, and I'm gonna be doing some backflips, and everything is gonna be alright. You'll see. And again,
Looks pretty normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty standard for Arabian Nights.
Ah, finally. Irma the Redhead.
What can I do for you, handsome?
The guide told me you could tell me about the Black Moon sect.
Ah, that Mustafa. What a blabbermouth. He's not the only one, though. The tom-tom player. He's a talker, too. In bed. He's a former sect member. I think he could inform me.
So we're trying to find something out about like the Black Moon sect in this level, and you're supposed to talk to a lady of the night there, but she's invisible because of how this works. You used to have to go to like some guy and ask around about where she is, and she only spawns when you do so. But by doing that you can actually skip all of that, and that saves a lot of time. We're gonna be fighting this guy for a better sword because the TomTom player won't talk to us if we don't actually fight this guy and get a better sword. Now, this guy, he's supposed to like ask you for like 20 coins to actually fight him, but if you throw a bomb at him, he just starts fighting anyway.
You were very lucky, but I keep my word. Take this weapon, and don't let me see you again.
So yeah, we were very lucky to actually be able to beat him.
Pure luck.
Yeah. Pure luck
Maybe
and
some,
skill.
maybe some cheap tricks.
Nah, it's
Okay,
totally
don't tell
fine.
me any stories. I know you're a former member of the Black Moon sect. And don't waste my time, otherwise I'll denounce you to the Grand Vizier's guards.
Oh, sure, not so loud. I was kicked out of this sect a long time ago for incompetence. What do you want with me?
Show me the passage to the sewers.
Okay, let's go.
I think it's pretty obvious why he was kicked out for incompetence. Now in this cutscene there used to be a bunch of enemies chasing you, but due to the route change they never chase you in the entire level anyway, so they don't actually try to fight you, which is kinda nice.
I don't think I've ever seen Ali be in that spot during this cutscene.
Exactly. Now this guy might still attack me if he walks through the door, but he didn't. So this is episode 6, I think, and I'm not sure when we're supposed to like save the next wife. I guess we'll see. I got attacked there. I need to be a bit careful here because if I land in the sewer water I'll be poisoned, but luckily that didn't happen. I need to pick up this magic turban. There's no reason to pick this up other than the ending cutscenes will actually crash if I do not pick it up.
Really?
Yeah. It's a well-made game. It just works, okay?
Alright, alright. I mean, there used to be a reason to actually pick it up because it makes your magic attacks faster, but I assume these days you just don't use magic anymore.
Why would I? I mean, I do need to still kill this guy, because this guy actually has the key to the door. There's a kind of like mini fight with these guys. I need to jump there to avoid their knives, but I can just ignore them and walk through this door. Now this is the shortest level, do not blink, because I'm just gonna jump through here and jump to the side, and right about now-ish. There we go. That's the end of the level.
Casually, that's one of the longest levels in the game.
Yeah, and it's really awful because it's like a really tight corridor thing, so the camera is actually really annoying to control. And that's something I've not really showed off, but the way this game controls is really weird.
It does have a learning curve to it.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Where am I? I think the arena is still this way? I hope. Otherwise I'll just reload the save.
You can just fall and end up somewhere.
Yeah, but I don't really know where I was. So we're just gonna be doing this again.
I do have a couple of donations for the time, maybe.
Sure, go ahead.
There's $10 from Cover Killer Nation saying, donating for these sweet dance moves. And another $10 from The Heretic saying, oh man, this is just getting better and better. More backflip and take my money.
So I was saying to Kotti earlier that the game is a lot more stable these days because of a patch we use. I'm glad the game proved me wrong there. Because it wouldn't be Arabian Nights without a crash in the marathon.
Oh boy.
Alright, we've had that.
What a great game.
So now we need to be finding our way to some kind of boss arena. And this is the boss that used to take a lot of time because we had to charge up fireballs. And that just took forever, but you know, oh well. I landed from too much height. I thought I was safe there, but you know, I should be pretty
You're
close.
really low on health, so...
Yeah, that happens. But I'm trying to keep it that way because...
Yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's 100% worth to keep a low health in this game. Because Ali has this animation where he's like almost dying. And if you are at low health in a cutscene, Ali will keep playing that animation while in the cutscene. So yeah, this guy just dies. I mean, it's not really something you should be clapping for because
we
it's
will
so
anyway.
easy. But that kill actually saves about 1.5 minutes, like legit.
Wait,
I timed it out.
is it really that long for the fireballs?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
because you need to charge up so many fireballs.
All my papers are in order.
Are you a moron or what? You can't get out without a mount.
Looking at time, I might actually skip the next cutscene. This guy isn't really too interesting and there's more important cutscenes we need to watch, so I'm gonna show off the hottest speed tech in speedrunning. To skip cutscenes, you just turn down those audio sliders and this guy's like, yep. We're supposed to talk to him and he's like a town guide and he's talking about those pillars behind me and what they represent or something. And because of the... I hope this audio balance is okay. Because of the all the work behind it, all the camels in the area look really messed up. And you can see the death animation.
Mustafa had his 1000th visitor. You can take the beast. He's ready to go. I filled him up for the week. Have a good trip.
Yeah, I gotta point out how well designed this town is, because you need a permission to leave, and the opening mechanism for the gate is on the outside, making it a really well protected city.
I mean, it's designed to keep you in, not to keep people out.
Of course.
So this is the final episode. In this level we need to fight some Medusa boss, and we're gonna be finding another wife. Well, future wife I should say. I'm not sure if the game actually really talked about marrying them, but we are saving them and getting married to them.
I think it's mentioned in like the very opening cutscene.
Right, the one you skipped. That one is really long as well, and I don't think it's really too interesting. But yeah, we're gonna be going out of bounds because there's just a hole in the level there, and we can just jump in this direction for a little bit. And at some point, there's gonna be a room appearing. This is just a tunnel that basically tells you you're basically on the right path to getting to the boss. And in a couple of jumps, the actual ending room should be popping up. And there's a sort of Medusa-like enemy, and if you are actually in the room and you don't have a specific ring, the Medusa will actually stone you and you basically can't do anything anymore. But we're just gonna jump through the floor here and hope it doesn't actually see us.
Oh my god, you can backstab her?
Yeah. And that's it. And this is the best line in the game. So this is the last wife we've saved. Now, if you were particularly observant, you've counted only 4 wives in this game, even though we're supposed to save 5 of them. Now, we're in a shop, we're just gonna buy a bunch of knives and then on to the next level. There's gonna be a cutscene at the start of the level, but if things go wrong, the cutscene ends prematurely. And the Grand Vizier, who we are fighting in this level, will immediately fire a fireball at me or some kind of spell, and that probably means I'm gonna be dead. Alright, let's see.
The Sultan has disappeared. He was kidnapped by those damned Black Moon sect fanatics. It is I who shall replace him from now on. I find we see you much too often these days, and I just wonder if you're not the cause of all our problems. In fact, you represent a threat to the kingdom, and that threat must disappear.
So I was listening really closely because you can actually hear whether Ali actually stops walking on the stairs, which gives you an indication of where Ali is gonna be fighting What? What?
Wait,
I killed him and he tried to attack me.
he didn't try, he did attack.
Yeah. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen that.
Me neither.
This game just keeps on giving.
Anyway, the Vizier had some parrot seeds, which are a really important item for the plot.
Come on, get through the ceiling already. Alright, I'm gonna like move over a little bit and then just try again. Now this jump used to be really fake, but I have a kind of setup for this now, and I'll land close to the ending of the level, where the parrot actually is. And hopefully I'll land like right inside the room, because that just makes my life a bit easier. Okay, this is fine.
Kinda close.
It's not where I want it to be. Don't attack me. Don't attack me! So yeah, that guy can definitely stun lock you there. Luckily that didn't happen. So now we're just gonna fall through this wall and onto the bookcase and just zip through this wall. And use the parrot seeds on this parrot.
Do not go behind the cage when you use the parrot seeds, otherwise the game will soft lock.
There's multiple ways of soft locking this game. Which actually happened a few times in practice. But yeah, the parrot knows the magic words to actually make the magic carpet magic, and it allows us to fly to the last level. Now, you're supposed to fight the gardener in this level, but the gardener fight is kind of really difficult, and we have a flute. So, you know, we're just gonna make a quick save here, get out the flute.
Really the goal of the level is not to fight the gardener, but to save the Sultan.
Yeah. Even though he's evil, technically. And we're just gonna jump through this wall, and technically this would be time, but I want to make sure the ending cutscenes and stuff are on the VOD, so I'm not gonna end it here.
They're absolutely worth it.
This cutscene is so worth it, so I'm just gonna shut up here. And that's the Sultan.
Still hear Ali's pain noise.
Yes.
Thank you, young Ali. Now I must return to my place on the throne. As I have the same powers as the princesses, you must embrace me, so that I can be beamed to the palace where I'll be with my daughters. They belong to
Does he
you
make the face?
henceforth, and shall be your wives. And I appoint you Grand Vizier in place of he who failed at the task. Come on, just another little try, son. If that's not too much to order.
That prickles. I'll make up for it with my little babes.
Unfortunately, you didn't see the amazing face animation there. Also, if I hadn't picked up the turban, it would crash right here. And Ali is still dying.
Come on, you camel, you.
Kids, look away.
Hey, duckhead. Come on, Ali. Over here. Come on, you camel, you. Ali, my darling. Ali.
So yeah, somewhere in here is actually the fourth wife, who we actually never saved.
I'm not sure which one it is.
I think it's the one after this one. Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to the ESA scheduling committee for recognizing the greatness that is this game, because it's not in the alpha block. And that's time, by the way.
Also, shout out to Silmarils for making this wonderful, wonderful game.
This game actually is on the GOG.com wishlist, so just go on to GOG and upvote this game, because this game needs to be released in a state where you don't need like 20 applications to actually run it. But yeah, that was Arabian Nights. Thanks Gotti for helping me out with commentary, and shoutouts to Sui as well, who actually found this game on like a demo disc originally or something along those lines. Yeah, shoutouts to him as well.
Absolutely.
That was Arabian Nights. What an amazing game.